Welcome back to What Bumps in the Night, the show dedicated to the creepy and the unknown. Growing up in British Columbia, I'm no stranger to the forests and lakes that make up this beautiful province. Living in the Okanagan, we've grown up hearing stories of creatures that lurk in the trees and the waters of this vast landscape. In today's episode, we will be stepping inside the world of the cryptids to take a look at what lurks in British Columbia's lakes. British Columbia is home to over 20,000 lakes, with Lake Quesnel reaching over 1,600 feet in depth. The Okanagan region is host to 50 of these bodies of water. Okanagan Lake, which stretches 135 kilometers with a depth of about 762 feet, is home to many, many different forms of wildlife, including a legend that is known around the world, one that many have witnessed and many seek to catch on camera.
Suspicious sighting on a popular lake in the Okanagan.
The Calgary family actually spotted it, and luckily for us, they caught it on video.
It could be another glimpse of the elusive Ogopogo.
It's got to be some sort of one-off fish that's just really long and likes to stick down low in the lake and then pops up every once in a while. But
what is that, though?
That's not a wave. It's moving. Come stand over here closer. Get closer to it.
I'm videotaping.
So Nhach is how we refer to the sacred spirit of the water. It's our name for what's commonly known as the Ogopogo, but it's more than just the Ogopogo. Nhach is a way of being, it's a way of life, it's our responsibilities. I truly believe that whether they acknowledge it or not, the majority of people of the Okanagan believe in the Ogopogo. I know that to be true because the vast majority of people that I talk to talk about how they look for it. They tell me they don't believe in it, but they look for it. So if you don't believe in it, why are you looking? And so I truly believe that the majority of people, whether they acknowledge it or not, believe that there's something in the lake that gives them that anticipation, that gives them that excitement, and that gives them that sense of connection. It's believed in our hearts to be true as Okanagan people that Nhach lives in Nhach, which is the home of the sacred spirit of the water, which is just around the bend over there, near what's called Rattlesnake Island. Is an area called Squally Point. All I know is the stories of our people, the encounters, the likeness between those stories, the connections, the representation of a green monster, the representation of an animal that is longer than the length of a canoe, the head larger than that of a horse. The stories of some of these encounters connected to a creature with antlers, some not, which leads me to believe that, again, that there's a male and a female. If you think of deer or any other animals in our four-legged lands, the male bucks have antlers and the females don't. And so maybe that's a testament to the science of Nhach or the science of Ogopogo. But really, what I know from our stories is that it's very dependent on fish, specifically the kokanee salmon, which was at one point in time prevalent within our region here in the central Okanagan.
What is that thing?
I have no clue. No, what?
You see that?
Yes. What the heck? I'm filming that.
Me too. Are you zoomed in as far as you can?
Yeah.
Me too.
Dad, look at that.
Oh.
There are many theories on what the Ogopogo could be. The main explanations tend to be otters, floating trees or logs, and the most believed, the white sturgeon.
Okay, this massive sturgeon has been caught in British Columbia, Canada. But this is not just any sturgeon, and this is more than a fishtail, Sloan.
This is something so rare. This fish is making headlines, Adrian. A fisherman who specializes in catching sturgeons, an ancient fish that coexisted with dinosaurs, made an extremely rare find. The video he posted on TikTok has been viewed over 33 million times. And if you are at all squeamish, you might think twice before dipping your toes in the next river you see.
Gosh.
Check this out.
This right here is fisherman Eve Bison.
This fish is 10.5 feet, probably 500, maybe 600 pounds.
And this is a 100-year-old sturgeon he recently caught in British Columbia, Canada. Bison's professional fishing guide company estimated that the monster fish is 10 feet long and weighs approximately 600 pounds. Bison says this is the biggest fish he's ever seen.
With video proof, fishermen in British Columbia recorded, look at that monster, a 9-foot sturgeon leaping from the Fraser River.
The fishing tour operator says the fish, in his estimation, weighed 350 pounds and was likely at least 50 years old. These things, get old. They tagged it for conservation purposes and then released it back in the river.
White sturgeon can grow up to 6 meters in length, weigh over 600 kilograms, and live over 100 years in age. But with no actual evidence that there are any in Okanagan Lake, what do you think it could be? Surely this is a one-off animal, right? But what if there were more sightings? In other bodies of water?
What was that? What the hell? How is that? What is that? It's not even a boat over there. You got that on tape? That's the Shuswaggi.
Lake monster fever has hit the Shuswap.
It was an unusual day. We were catching lots of big fish.
They're known as two guys with flies. Les Lauren and Brody Blair spend a lot of time fishing on Shuswap Lake, and when they caught wind of an apparent Ogopogo sighting on Skaha Lake, they knew they had to speak up.
And it looked identical to what we saw.
I'm just waiting for the big one.
Back in March at Murdoch Point, the two men say they saw Ogopogo's lesser-known cousin, the Shuswap Lake's Shuswaggi.
And out of the blue, from behind us, what we heard was almost like a breach of a whale. The water's coming out of its spout. But you could see the shininess of the humps in the water.
The pair said the lake was perfectly calm with no other boats in sight.
And it went a long ways, this thing. It circled us.
The men told their story to the local paper back in April, and it became the talk of the town.
You've never seen anything like that?
No. That is definitely something.
And Shuswaggi isn't their made-up name. It's referenced online, a Salish word for water bear. There are historical references to Shuswaggi sightings that go back about 100 years. Brody Blair said a friend saw Shuswaggi back in 2008.
He saw 100 yards out something black, shiny, and nobody believed him, thought he was crazy.
No matter what they saw back in March, the friends say they're glad they saw it together, and they hope they will again.
What is it? Jim LaRock says he couldn't believe his eyes.
Can't be a wave.
Mysterious ripples breaking through Skaha Lake's glassy surface near Kaleden on June 1st.
And all I heard was like a swooshing sound, like swoosh, swoosh.
He scrambled to pull out his cell phone and hit record as his son waited on a paddleboard nearby.
He turns and sees a flipper come up out of the water and hit the water.
Take another look. LaRock believes this mysterious wake is actually 7 fins paddling in sync.
So if you flip the dragon boat upside down, you would see all those oars kind of coming out of the water.
More than 120 feet long, he's convinced it's the most conclusive evidence yet of the legendary lake serpent.
And this is, in my opinion, a definitive Ogopogo sighting.
Strange, right? But the Okanagan isn't the only place that these type of sightings are happening. In fact, within Canada alone, there are 5 different stories of similar origin. Over North America, there are over 12 different aquatic cryptids being sighted. The world we live in is a strange and fascinating place, filled with many unknowns that in time, I believe we will understand. But for now, the idea of mythical creatures swimming in the waters of the world, hiding in plain sight, will continue to populate the furthest reaches of our imagination, leaving us forever wondering what else is there in the darkness. I'd like to thank you for watching. It means the world to us for the support. If you enjoyed the episode, please give it a like and make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on all the creepy content that we have coming. We'll see you next time.